If you own a GM vehicle from the early 2000s or one based upon a GM vehicle platform with an automatic transmission, I have a list on the left-hand side of the screen here. They use the automatic transmission shift cable on the top of the screen. At the end of that is a neoprene retainer that's used to connect that cable to the lever coming down from the automatic transmission. That connection between the cable and the lever is adjacent to the catalytic converter, so the neoprene material is exposed to an extreme amount of heat. So after a period of time with that heat exposure, it degrades the material to the point where it starts to crumble. And once that happens, the cable comes off the lever coming down from the transmission, and you lose control of your gear selection in your automatic transmission. In this video, I'm going to show you the installation of the automatic transmission shift cable repair kit using a 2004 Chevrolet SSR. So let's get into it. I will be installing the automatic transmission shift cable repair kit in this 2004 Chevrolet SSR. That's a 5.3 liter V8 engine with a 4L60E automatic transmission. In the center we have the transmission shift control cable, and then off to the right and up a little bit we have the automatic transmission range selector lever. That lever connects to the side of the transmission. There's a 15mm nut that holds it up there, and then in the center there we have the connection between the cable and the selector lever. That neoprene retainer is pointed to by the arrow by the cable, and since the catalytic converter is just off to the right there, you can see why there's an extreme amount of heat available, causing that degradation of the neoprene retainer. As the Chevrolet SSR started to age, various owners started reporting the fact that this cable was popping off. So one of the owners, it's well known in the SSR community, Richard Bellville, he developed this automatic transmission shift cable repair kit. It's gone through a few different revisions, but the one I'm installing today is the latest revision. So let's get into that installation. First step is to pop off the cable from the lever coming down from the side of the transmission. We use a flat blade screwdriver to pop off that neoprene retainer. That was pretty easy due to some degradation to that material. Next, we're removing the lever from the side of the transmission. There's a 15mm nut you need to remove, and you need to wiggle it a bit to remove it. And once it's removed, we'll take that off in the next segment here to go remove the steel nipple that's on the bottom there that the neoprene retainer connects to. So once that's out, now we're going to actually extract that neoprene retainer. We're going to use a flat blade screwdriver or needle nose pliers. Don't twist that cable too much, just keep it at a slight angle there and pop that out. And it takes a bit of effort depending on how degraded the material is. I kind of had to split this one in half to get it to pop out, but it finally did pop out, and here we have it out. And now that cable is ready for the new repair kit piece to go into it. Now you need to modify the automatic transmission range selector lever by cutting the head off of the steel nipple that's on the end where the cable connects to, because the part that you're installing from this repair kit will go through that hole. So once you get that cut off, you then need to use a punch to punch that steel pin out for that nipple piece that's at the end of that lever. And once you do remove it, make sure you get it cleaned off and then apply some paint to prevent any rust from building up on the steel lever. And there it's painted. With the modifications completed to the range selector lever, we're going to reinstall it on the shaft that's coming out of the side of the transmission. There's a rectangular shape to the end of that shaft, so make sure you fit the lever over with the corresponding shape on the top end of that. And then with it installed correctly, you should see this S shape. The inner part of that should be facing towards the transmission, not towards the catalytic converter. So with that positioned correctly on the shaft on the side of the transmission, we're going to reinstall the 15mm nut. And then I'm going to use a ratcheting box wrench here to get that all tightened up. And once we're completed with this, we're ready to install the cable portion of this repair kit. Next, we're going to install the button-headed bolt with the shoulder on it through the cable, making sure that the button-head side goes towards the transmission and the thread side goes towards the catalytic converter. That should press in fully into the cable head. There's no need to enlarge the hole on the cable side at all. Then you apply a stainless steel washer to the side that goes towards the lever, then put it through the hole in the lever, and then put the other stainless steel washer on the other side of the lever. Then you bring up the nut that was supplied in the kit, put that on there, and then you're going to secure this. You're going to need a couple of tools here. You're going to need a 4mm Allen wrench and a 7/16 or 11mm wrench to tighten this up. And when you tighten this, you want to get it to initially where it's snug. You don't want to over tighten this because the rotation capability of this is going to rely on the fact that it's not completely tight. So you're going to snug it up to where it stops moving, and then you're going to back off the nut a quarter turn or an eighth of a turn until there's enough rotational capability for it to move back and forth. So that's the important point to keep in mind here. You're not tightening it to get a firm grip on it. You want it to be able to rotate there so you can move up and down a little bit, but without any real slop side to side. So next we're doing the Prindle walk. We're going to walk through all the gears: park, reverse, neutral, drive, third, second, and first. And then once it goes through all those gears, you can see the button head side of that repair kit does not hit the transmission pan, and that's the proper installation for that. So confirm that that's operating as expected. And again, on the screen we have the various tools necessary and the orientation: 4mm Allen wrench, 7/16 or 11mm wrench for the nut, 15mm wrench for the nut on the lever to the transmission, and the placement of the two stainless steel washers are important. One on the left there is to keep the cable in between the button head side and the first stainless steel washer, and then the other one goes on the other side before the nut. Again, verify that it's not too snug. It can move just a little bit like you see in the video here. If you found this video to be helpful to you, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, hit that bell notification to be notified when I upload new videos just like this to the channel. Check out the description section for links such as the one to go purchase this from simple-engineering.com. Thanks for watching.